I have not given up. I am back. Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. Let's go. Goodness. What do you mean whimpering? Huh?
Commit and push immediately, and then go wagon.
You know, look at these guys talking big and stuff, you know. No stream, just busy lying on the ground. But they have never released a game, actually. And sold it. These guys don't know.
Don't be afraid of poor marketing and you'll be stronger. Good game will sell nonetheless. The money
Good morning,
will
my
come
brothers.
to you.
Hope you're doing good. I have returned. I have taken the time to reflect, to talk, to think, and to improve. And the result is this. This is the result. I'm going to make big changes to the game. I will remove gold. And we are going to keep all of the upgrades for the heroes, the meta progression on the skill tree. So if I want to give, let's say, the ranger, the lone ranger buff, he's gonna get it here in the skill tree. Here's where to remove something that is not needed. Jack's Game Dev, hope you're doing good. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining, my man. Hope you guys are doing good. I want to say this now. I apologize for yesterday. Not really, but a little bit. Because, I mean, not everyone can have great days. I didn't have too much of a good day yesterday. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, maybe in the future I will not have these days. But if I have, maybe it will just be better if I take the time, and maybe just don't stream for that day. Just so, yeah, I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, like everyone has bad days, right? And so I took some time to rest, to sleep, and to think in peace, and also to talk to my wife about, you know, what about the game and stuff like this. Because ultimately, I do want to make games. I do not want to quit making games. It's what I love. And obviously, that requires a huge investment, of course. And you need to make sure that you can also make a living in some way, shape, or form. And so, yeah, that's basically what I did. And the result is I feel better. It's still a long journey. But oh my god! Still a long journey, but at least it's a lot clearer now. We're going to have a Kingdom Rush type upgrade system that will revolve around how many stars you have earned in the missions, and it's going to accumulate the stars over time, and then you can reset. And I essentially took exactly what Kingdom Rush did, essentially. And did that too, because I think their upgrade menu is really good. And you wouldn't think that is such an old game. This is how do you phrase that properly? I find it impressive that for such an old game, there's so much going on for just a simple upgrade menu. So for example, what you see here is the upgrades that you can purchase for stars earned in the missions in Kingdom Rush. So when you 3-star one of those maps, you get 3 stars, and then you can invest them into upgrades. And the upgrade menu, at a glance, without a single line of text, teaches you how it functions. So for example, you can never purchase an upgrade out of order. So I could never purchase the level 5 upgrade for the wizards because I need to purchase the level 1 upgrade first. And it shows me which upgrades I have earned already by color coding them in yellow. And then whenever I'm hovering over these abilities, whenever I'm hovering over the upgrades, it shows me those upgrades that I can actually purchase in green. And so I can only purchase those that are green. So in this is all, how do you say that? And this is all communicating to the player what they can and can't do. And there's so much that goes into this. You need to essentially have 2 different versions of the same sprite. Like, for example, you need to have a base version and maybe an outlined version or a highlighted version. You can do this programmatically or within the sprite itself. Easiest way usually is to have a separate sprite and not do this programmatically, but you can do that too. And then whenever you have allocated it, you're going to highlight it in yellow or in the color that you want to highlight it in. And then you also need to have some sort of hovering color. In this case scenario, they use green, but you can also reuse the same color like this, for example. And you can see here that there's so much going on for just a very, very simple upgrade menu. And then whenever you buy an upgrade, it actually gives you a nice little star particle effect with a sound effect. And so it's crazy how much goes into such a small little menu when you think about it. And this is for a really old game. So yeah, really cool. I essentially built the same thing, but it's not 100% complete yet. Good morning, you guys. Hope you're having a good day. And Mr. Jonathan Smith, thank you very much. I'm feeling better. Thank you very much for asking, bro. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing good too. Be original. I think this is an interesting discussion. So, Forsidon on YouTube says, be original, do not copy Bloons or the Slowermancer or enter X game here. I think that learning from successful games is the best way to improve as a game developer. So, for example, what do I learn by looking at this menu right here? I learned that tooltips are very important. They tell the player what the upgrades do without wasting much UI space. So essentially the UI can just be icons and you don't have to put text on the UI itself. Then I learned that color can be used to identify to the player or signal to the player what can and cannot be purchased. In this case, upgrades I cannot afford or I can't purchase are gray. I also learned from this that highlighting using a highlight color can show the player, oh, this upgrade, you can actually buy this. And then showing numbers in correct locations or in certain spots can show to the player how much it costs to buy this upgrade. And so there's basically no confusion when we're talking about this UI piece here, what the player can and can't do. And so what do you learn from this is hovering color is important, activation color is important, so activated color, communicating through tooltips, hovering tooltips for example, then showing the currency at all times is really important, and then having a clear distinction between what you can and can't purchase. And so if I didn't look at this menu, I would have maybe done 10% or 50% at most of these things, but I would have missed the other 50% because I've never done that before. And so then when I release my game, I get feedback on, well, I don't know what I can purchase. It's not clear enough, or there's no clear distinction, or what currency do I use? Stuff like that. This might be obvious, but I think this is a great learning experience. In me rebuilding this menu, I've learned all of that. And by the way, I think I'm gonna do green, and then over here I'm gonna do yellow to distinguish the color. Maybe that. Is that bright enough? Cakez, I thought you said you would stop streaming for a while to concentrate on the work. Yes, and so yes, I wanted to do that, but I feel like it is also really important for me to show the journey that I'm going on, that is going on here. How do you say that? It is also really important for me to show the journey. And yesterday was just not a good day, that's all. And so I took the time to rest and reflect and talk to my wife and basically also program. And while I think it is important that I take the time to focus on the game, it is also important that I'm there, if that makes sense. Because the reason why I wanted to even start streaming was because I wanted to show that an average Joe, like a normal person, can make a game from nothing. Basically, like, I'm the prime example of knowing nothing and learning. And so I wanted to show that. And I can only show that if I'm actually being consistent. And I'm there, even during the hard times, during the difficult times. Because there will be difficult times for anyone. And so, yeah, that's essentially why I'm online today. And also because I feel better. If I didn't feel good, I would not stream today. Of course not. Cakez, can you summarize what happened yesterday? I just didn't feel good, and I was looking at my game and I saw what else I needed to do, and I just didn't feel good. That's all. Yeah, normal Cakez, you're special, at least to me. Yeah, okay, thank you. Do you think making these changes programmatically is better to colorblind people? Raphael, colorblind people, whether you do it programmatically or you do it using different sprites is fine. Whatever works best for you. If you're keeping in mind that you need to make sure that colorblind people can play your game, then whether you use a different sprite or not doesn't make a difference. Because either you can do it, I can change the color of the outline programmatically, or I can just draw the sprite differently. Both work. By the way, G. He means you're retarded. Ah, okay, thank you very much. Huh? Anyways, so that's the idea. And I have implemented the first upgrades, which actually works. So, for example, increases the healing radius of the healing AoE healing. When we go to the first map and we start the round, you can see here that this is the radius. Boom. And then when we go home and we get ourselves the upgrade, then we go to the first map again, you will notice that it is a little bit bigger. It's 20% bigger for now. I'll think about good values later. But I have essentially already built, except for this, and the barrier, I've not done that yet either. And the healing mist, I've not done that yet either. I've essentially built the first 5 upgrades, and I thought about more upgrades. So these upgrades will only apply to the game. And I thought about a cool little thing that we could do today, which is bring back the wagon that sells stuff, but not as a town item or a building, but as a building. And this is kind of taken from Crystal Guardians. As a building within the map that activates on certain rounds that you can interface with and buy items from using oranges. And then we are going to remove the gold. So every couple of rounds, the shop opens up. You know, the scammer is like, hey brother, I'm selling you some items. You want to buy some items? And then he rolls in your inventory. Where is it? Where's the wagon? What's that? Also, I feel like I want to listen to this today. There we go. Or Pokemon. Where's the guy? Huh? Where did I put him? I thought I had him here. Am I blind? Guys, where's my wagon? Hey! Where's my wagon, bro? Am I blind? See, like, this is the reason why you don't use a texture atlas like this, but you are actually using separate sprites and then you let them pack into an texture atlas, because I could have just searched for wagon. There it is. So we are going to add this guy, Mr. Shade 11, to the map now. And he is going to be closing and opening the store. And whenever it's open, you can interface with him. And he's gonna give you some items for sale. And the reason why I say Shade 11, because he hates this guy. Should implement tagging? Nah, like what I'm doing is just bad. That's all, man. Hey, did you try the dual grid system? Yeah, we did. We actually have it implemented in the game, man. You wanna see? Yeah. Now, I hope that it doesn't break now. I'm just gonna do it on a separate layer. I have like a tile editor in my game here. And let's say, oh, look at this. Interesting. I still had some stuff in here. So I could turn on the dual grid system. Then I'm selecting, I guess I'll select this. And then I can draw myself a path using the dual grid system. So for example, I could somewhat try to recreate. You see here? I could somewhat try to recreate the original path that I had before using the dual grid system. Very cool stuff. I really like it. I think I had some like this. Something like that. It does not look that great because the dual grid system isn't really designed to do corners or to do a road like this. But essentially, if I was lazy and I just wanted to have it done really quickly, that's essentially what I could do. And yeah, that's using the dual grid system. Really cool. I'm very, very happy that I learned about this, because that can be very helpful in different types of games. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But I'm not going to do that. I like my roads like this. Oh, it's quite nice. This is available to the end user as well. This one will be, but not yet. Yes. It will be, but not now. For update 1.1 for $40? No, it's not going to be $40. And it's not going to be update 1.1. It's going to be when it's ready. Am I going to use this engine for the next game? Genocide, I'm actually going to try out different programming languages and libraries for my next game. So we will have a, what is it called? Not a path, not a time, not a block. A time frame. I guess like I'm looking for different words for to period. Thank you, Tapir. Yeah, we will have a period in which we will do one game a week or one game every couple of days. And I will try to implement small games and get to basically get them to finish them and then upload them to itch.io or whatever. And I will do that in different languages and different programming languages, of course, in the different engines. And I will most likely, if I stick with C++ or C, right? If I stick with this, then I will most likely, if I like it, use Raylib. Or something else, or SDL3. I will most likely, if I like it, that's what I'm saying. I'm not promising anything, because I do not want to deal with any more rendering related issues. And as far as I understand, I can also use Raylib to build directly to the web browser. And so why do I want to build directly to the web browser? Because I want to upload my game to itch.io to gather feedback there. I want to be able to put it there. I want someone to click on the game and play it within the browser without them having to download my game. A browser game, in my opinion, is essential when making a new game. And so I don't just want to talk about what I'm going to do. I want to actually do it. So that's why. And by the way, Jack's Gamedev, thank you very much for subscribing, man. Let me unpost notifications. I don't know how hard it will be to make it play on the browser. Okay, Tangy TD.
Why are you struggling? Well, the first one was, yeah, because he didn't do any damage, but this one you can't see anything. And second, he's black.
Wait, you have 10 years of experience, shooter? That's crazy, man. Holy. You crazy guy.
Fuck Cakez. Fuck pirate software.
I will finish my game first, Sevatoxin. Everything I do now...
Am I so out of touch?
...to support my game.
No.
Jack's Game Dev just subscribed.
You're my man. Thank you very much, Mr. Jack's Game Dev.
I
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I'm in the industry, so appreciate how difficult it can get during polish/production.
Oh.
Keep pushing, bro.
Oh, you really, you are? Can you like, can you show something that you're doing or working on, like a game? That's awesome, Jack's Game Dev. That's really cool, bro. Welcome. That's awesome. Yeah, like, it's so cool. I have to say, you know, I'm not doing it for that, but it's like a really cool side effect. You meet so many smart and cool people when streaming. That's amazing. Like, it's like building connections as like a side effect. Like, I can hit up Ramis and ask him something. Like me. I have 19 years of professional experience in development, but 10 years in game dev. You would use Unreal? You should use Unity, no rendering issues. You will try Unity out. Anyways, okay, so now I want to begin with the shop, implementing the shop, and then I want to give upgrades to the shop. The way this works is that I define 5 pictures for the different shop upgrades. And I think today, first what we need to do is implement the shop. And I think the best way to do it is to add the shop to the list of foliage here. Then place it in the map and then try to find it. Then try to find it in the list of foliage. Hello, Mr. Pulsar. Good morning. Ever thought about using Java? I mean, I'll try it out maybe, but I don't know. Like, I don't really like being forced to use classes. So I don't think I would have a lot of fun in Java. I don't know. I mean, how many of you guys in chat would like to see Java as well? Java is old and gross, sorry. Oh shit. I need to darken my screen. Or maybe I can close it. Nice, good. I've done my fair share of Java, Nutty. Java in my job, use it. It's very fun. It could be fun. Doing Roblox? I will play Roblox games, Shade 11, yes. But first I have to do changes to the game that I will definitely make. So I've already written down some stuff. If you guys have cooler upgrades for the shop, now you haven't seen the shop yet, right? I'm open to suggestions, but essentially the upgrades I want for the shop, and these will be the upgrades that you do in town, right? When you're home, that will be one of those rows. That will be, for example, one upgrade will be more items. Discount for prices, rarer items, reroll once for free, otherwise it costs money. And then accessing the shop at any time. So what I want to do, like as a mechanic for the game, I want to enable the shop on some rounds. Maybe there's like a bar that fills up or something, or he opens up only at certain times during the preparation phase, or there will be like some phases where you can interface with him. And allowing the player to always engage with the shop even when it's closed, but doubling the price, or like plus, I don't know, 30% in price. These are the upgrades I thought about. They are gameplay changing, and I think they are not just generic plus 5% upgrades, right? And that would be basically the meta progression number 2. And then for number 3, I thought about meta progression on the map. Like, for example, more starting oranges and ... Don't know yet. Why do you want to complicate things? Just let them open the shop whenever they want and do whatever they want. Keep it simple, Cakes. Who am I has done this mechanic too. He says no. Why no? Add restrictions. I think that's a good idea. Why are restrictions a good idea? Because a game is about rules, right? Like, it's the same thing with the skill tree. Like, I got told by people, right? So let's set Euro level 20. That they don't like the fact that they cannot get burning arrow, or they cannot, when they go here, invest into this lane, they cannot invest heavily into this lane. That's the restriction of a skill tree. That's why a skill tree is fun, because you need to make a decision. You can't have everything. So this is the reason why rules are important, because it makes you choose. When you can get everything, it becomes boring because it's too easy. No, like, who am I? He's serious, yeah, because he's made a game. Guys, I'll show you. I mean, hopefully... The guy that's talking right now is the developer of this game. Crystal Guardians on Steam. He's currently working on a big update to go from early access to release. And you can see here that in his game, there's also items. You can see this here to the right. And these items can be placed on towers to make them stronger. So for example, he has some crazy items here. Like, I don't know what the elephant does, but it turns this tower into like a machine gun, right? Destroys everything. A lot of crit damage and 100% crit chance. So this tower is basically killing everything. And so he has a wizard in the game that sometimes appears on the map that sells you items, or that gives you items, as far as I know. But it's only happening sometimes, not always.
No.
LazyDef 666 just subscribed.
Important. Hello Inix, good morning. It's not about needless restrictions. It is about making the restrictions fun enough so that they make sense. Anyways, so let's first add this to the foliage list. And we also have to see how it's going to be implemented, right? So, yeah. Now, let me see. The problem is, though, that I need the wagon to be here now. And I hope this won't be a big issue. Hopefully it won't be an issue. I think it's fine. Cakes, if you're looking for inspiration for global abilities, then Clash of Clans has reasonable ones. My global ability will for now be heal. And then we'll see what else. Yeah, the game looks great. Yeah, like his game looks great, right? It's inspired by Rogue Tower. So if you guys wanna give it a go, here. I don't know why it says L German. I feel kind of attacked, you know, giving Germans an L. Okay. Here you go. It is in early access. You can also play the demo version, or you can buy it. Yeah, L German, what do you mean, bro? Anyways, so let's add the wagon to the foliage list. Town wagon and collider radius. We'll have to see 32. And the town wagon. Needs to be here now. Okay. Minus 32. Let's see. I'm going to place one of those wagons now. It's called a C++ framework. Which framework? He made his own. I made my own. Oh god, that's big. Yeah, let's put this here. No wind, no shadow, transparent. And I thought about putting him here. Somewhere. Look at this, guys. Oh, look at that. Huh? What do you think? Oi! Doesn't that look great? Kinda look good? Yeah. Save level. Here we go. Now we have this guy in the game. And we need to be able to click him. Show it with wind again. It doesn't work with wind. Doesn't work with wind, bro. Try it wind, guys. Shop in game, yeah. The shop will be in game for the oranges, and the golds will now be obsolete. And I thought about this a lot, you know, yesterday. The reason why I was struggling with my game was the following. Because it didn't make sense. So you can drop chests. You get items with these chests. With these items, they cost no money. The chests drop from monsters. You can put the items on the units. They get an upgrade. Or they replace the item if there's no upgrade path available. Very simple system. Anyone can understand this. You can reroll items by spending oranges. So this is one way of spending your currency. And you can also obviously spend currency on placing units. But there was no other incentive to farm money other than placing heroes. You never had to farm money for an upgrade. Because it just wasn't there. Nothing, yeah, golds will be removed now. And so I didn't like that because tower defense games, they work very well if the upgrades are crazy good. You want to farm for upgrades because that's the fun part of tower defense games. So, how can I farm for upgrades and make the player want to spend the money? One way is to give them abilities they can spend money on. But then this was the only form of upgrade, and in my opinion that just felt boring because you only had at most 3 upgrades per hero. That's it, nothing more. And then, like, this is a bug still, I need to fix it, but essentially he has maxed out his own upgrades. So I'm left with way too much money where I can only spam more units and maybe give them some abilities. That's it. And that was really boring. But then I thought about the shop. Why not implement the shop as a deterministic way to get items in addition to the chest? Single file bilateral? Wait, Lazy Dev, do you have like some sort of Reddit post or something that I could read to show to these noobs out there that a single file in game development isn't that bad? Because what matters more is not how you program the game, but the end product. Do you please have like some sort of Reddit post or an article online that you could link to me so I can prove these absolute goobers in chat that they don't even know what they're talking about and they're just looking at the wrong way to do it. Started looking at the Love because of Bilateral. It's very nice. I'm working with it right now. Oh, that's amazing. That's cool. I wish you good luck, bro. Same with Undertale developer. Someone send a math equation that will pull Cakez down to the ground. Your game is shit, Cakez? Okay, goodbye. 11 minutes. It's going to keep going up, bro. It will go up every time. Okay? That's toxic. Okay? Sir? I need to make sure that this alpha value here is correct. It's too dark. I should have a... what is it called? I should have a brightness level that all of these follow. And a color level too, so all of them are the same. So for example, I want all of my shadows to be that color, and oops, and that color is an 81 percentile 00 darkness. Shading, sorry, not darkness. So when I look at this and I look at the color, that is 147. Okay, so we need to now change that until it is 81, which I guess we can do it like that. Now it's 88. How much was it? 81. Okay. So I guess we still have to do Control U minus 7. Which I guess it's really difficult to do. But that would be enough. Control U and then Control M. No, not Control M. Control U. Set the saturation, I think, down, right? Then it's black. No, wait. Wait. Guys, how do I... what was it? This down, maybe? Aha, okay, there we go. Copy this. So I need to have all of the brightness values for the shady... No. To be at 81 value and completely black. Copy. Paste. There we go. And then all of the shadows look consistent. That is also has to do with art style, guys. Who cares? It's a single file. It's all about the result and how you like to code. Yeah, exactly, Dexter. That's true. Will there be an option to copy a unit? Like with all weapons and abilities? I don't know, Shade 11. That sounds like scope creep to me right now. Maybe. Single file matters more to the guy maintaining it than anyone else. Irrelevant to everyone else, really. Yep, true. Agreed. Okay, cool. Yeah, now the shadow is consistent, at least on these. And then I guess I'll do that for the huts quickly as well. For these. Might as well, while we're at it, right? Might as well do it here too. So, Control U, set it down. How much do we have actually? It's 176. Guys, calculator. 81 minus 176. So we need to do minus 95. Okay. Minus 95. Well, that's a lot actually. You sure about that? It's gotta be percentage.
Check. Mixed review.
And then
check.
the
doesn't work
down.
on AMD. Check. Unbalanced game.
Now it's 110.
Check. UI bugs. Check.
Put it down a bit
Yapping all
more.
day. Check.
Oh, move it. 82. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's keep it like that. That's fine. There we go. There we go, guys. Cool. Now the hut's the same. Cakes, I have to get back to work. My compilation is done now. Tell me if you want to see the game I'm working on currently. I won't post without permission. Write me on Discord. Then I'll look at it when I have a little bit more time on my hand, and I've done these updates that I want to do to the game. It's the same with the games that I want to play. There's quite a few, like for example, Coding Grease game I want to play, Shade 11's game. You said you won't stream for a week. What changed? Sleep and talking to my wife and deciding on the biggest change for the game, which is removing gold. I'm removing gold now, and in place I'm adding in a shop to the game that allows me to buy these items. And then with these items in the shop, and the shop, there's now an incentive to spend the oranges. She said we need 2H primes. No, that has nothing to do with that. And one of the biggest reasons is because I want to show my journey. Alright guys, so what we need to do is in its level, we need to find the wagon, essentially. User abilities. This will be removed. Can't you just replace color, Shift R to fix your shadows instead of modifying them like that? Still load sprites one by one would be easier than fiddling with the values like you're doing. Oh, I can't do that? Shift R. Really? I think I have one more. Or my 2 more. How do I do that? So basically what you're saying is I do Shift R and then I take from this to... Aha! Cool. Hey. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. Thank you, man. Oh my god, thank you so much. That's so much easier. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Wow. What a nice person. Appreciate that a lot, bro. Cakez is in fact a great programmer and game developer. It doesn't matter if it's a file, 1 file or 100. Cakez is always on top and makes no mistakes and can debug easily even if it's 1 file. Cakez is the goat of programming and knows DirectX, DirectC, DirectC++ and good at pixel jerking. Regenerate response. Okay, bro. How different can 2 days be? Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think the biggest problem that I needed to fix was that I did not have a cohesive... It felt like I was missing something. I was doing something wrong. I had like a bunch of building blocks, but they didn't really fit together. So for example, give you an example. The Ranger. When I add in a keystone, for example, that allows me to deal more damage when I'm placed alone, then it doesn't really make much sense to put that upgrade here in town when I have an entire meta progression type skill tree on a Ranger. So like the biggest like the roadblock for me was I have a passive meta progression type system and I do the exact same thing here too. That felt like unnecessary complexity, and now 2 places do effectively the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. So I need to remove something in order for this to make more sense. And so I decided to remove the meta progression upgrades for heroes from the library. And this will not be called library, by the way, it will be something else, but that's beside the point. From here, and I decided to put them all on the heroes. So for example, if I want to give the Ranger more damage when he's alone, I'll put this here. Or here, I don't know. I'll probably put this on the bottom path here, by the way. And then the gameplay changing upgrades will be in the skill tree here. And I will limit how many upgrades you can get based on how many levels you can earn at most. So now you have to make a decision, and that's where different builds will come into play. And then that's fun again, because I can only change the Ranger here. That's the only place that affects the Ranger, and it's also more simple to understand. And so for me, I was thinking about this for the longest time. I might have never talked about this, but like behind the scenes, so to say, I was thinking about this every day and I didn't have a solution. And the solution is actually to make the game less complex. So if stars or if stars are a way to add meta progression or to get power ups, then and levels are good for power ups for heroes, then gold is useless, and so gold will be gone. It's not needed at all. And I didn't want to show this to you guys. It's kind of sad a bit, but I'll show you. I actually added in a type of enemy, like for Diablo 4, like in Diablo 3. Let's just do it like that. Takes too long. So for example here, do I have barrier still? Yeah. So it was actually quite fun. Yeah, fuck gold. Yeah, gold will be gone. It was actually quite fun because these guys would... This is what happens here. That was really fun, man. It was like an exciting thing, like in Diablo. So yeah. They teleport and they have like a barrier. That's good. Yeah, it was really cool to implement that over the weekend. And so I was like, damn, now I no longer... Like, look, 1,800 gold. I liked picking up gold. You will now most likely pick up items. And the guy will drop oranges instead of gold. So it will still be... It has particles now. No, this will just drop oranges now instead of the gold. The gold is useless.
Cakez, I think we should replace
doesn't do
gold
anything.
with the new and innovative cryptocurrency clown coin. I think this would make me, I mean you rich, before I rug pull, Kappa.
Anyways, so yeah, that's essentially the gist of it. And while it sounds simple on the surface, it was actually really difficult for me to come up with this. So now all I need to do is code in the shop. We'll code in the shop. We do the upgrades for the shop. And then we have two types of meta progression. One for the AoE healing ability and the other one for the shop. That's essentially the task today. And I've already begun. We already have the shop in the level here. Now we just need to add a handle to it. So in init level, we need to find the shop in the foliage, placed foliage. If it's there, then we need to store that handle somewhere on the game stage so that we can interface with it. I kind of want to have some sort of reference to get to the shop. And if it exists, like a pointer, essentially. So let's see, where do we do that? Init foliage. What is this? I don't want to do it here, but essentially like look for the shop and store a handle to it. So for const foliage reference foliage in level foliage if foliage dot sprite ID is the same as wagon, then we need to store something on the game, probably level state. Here we store a pointer to the foliage. So it's basically just a foliage pointer. Wagon. And we do a level state wagon is the address of foliage. The reason why I need that pointer is because I need to know where the wagon is to create a collider. Because I need to know with my mouse if I'm hovering over the wagon. If I am, then I can click it and it opens up a shop menu. That's why I need this handle here. Eh? What are you talking about, bro? wagon. It's a foliage pointer. Or cause it's const. Member reference level state is not a pointer. Oh, you mean dot? Wait, what? Game state, level state. Oh, we have that here. Okay. And then what? Is it complaining about const? It's complaining about const. I mean, can I even do this? Does this work, guys? Does it now say I cannot change? Wait. Wait, so how does const work again, my brothers? Const foliage pointer means I cannot change the foliage, but I can change the pointer. And then a const pointer means I cannot change the pointer. And I can change the... Wait. Maybe const here? Now I can change the pointer.
Terrain ahead, pull up. My man, thank you for $10.
Holy!
Diapers for Zoe.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, diapers are expensive. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you very much for $10. That's crazy, man. Thank you. Const. Nice language, Cakes. Const, not by default. Let me see here, Cakes. Yes. Also, I think we should replace gold with a new innovative cryptocurrency, Clown Coin. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cakes, what if you spend enough money, the wagon starts moving and kills all enemies on the road? It's actually quite fun. And then we have another one. Cakes, do you hate const? I don't like const, no. Because if I don't want to change something, I mean, I see why. It's more efficient to use const and references too. But still, man, whatever. We'll do it like this. That looks like you wouldn't be able to change wagon after an... I think now it works, right? So in order for this to take effect, we need to restart the game. Now we have the foliage. And why do I need the pointer? Well, I need the pointer so that I can create a UI element on top, a selection box. I need to know where the wagon is. And then I create a selection box that whenever I'm hovering it... Actually, now that I think about it, the foliage... It can't be const, and I'll tell you why. The reason why it cannot be const is because I'm actually going to change the foliage. Please tell me they have render options. Yes. Or I'm just gonna make a animation in X2. No, render options is fine. Watch this. Okay, let's do that again. Cakes is getting good with const. Oh, guys, I had a cool idea. Okay, wait. Chat. How many of you like this menu? Type 1 in chat if you like the menu. Type 0 in chat if you don't like it. Zakaza was obvious that he doesn't like it. Because this guy doesn't like anything I do, actually. One, I changed my mind. Okay. Now, I have a cool idea. Looks banger. What if, instead of showing this menu, I mean, I would still show the skeletons. What if I just show I show the town a little bit zoomed out. I have a little bit more space here to the left and to the right, so a little bit zoomed out. I show the skeletons to the side as well, and I show the title and buttons scope creep. It's gonna look amazing. It's not scope creep, guys. It can literally be done in an hour of silent work, not streaming. Keep it hidden. You want to show the town instead of that banger menu? You like the banger menu? Oh, wait, that's it. No. Anyways, yeah. Take a little bit. Think it will look good. Stop polishing stuff that's good already. I think I'll still do it, man. I think I'll still do it, bro. just like it, okay? Running level. Does this need to be running on the UI thread? I think it does. Unlock the rendering. Okay, so when we are running the level in level UI, here it is. Story scripting. Level modals, here it is. So part of this, TFT items. So this would be the shop. In-game shop. So first and foremost, we need to check if we have a wagon. Because then, only then can we access this. And the first thing I'm gonna do is to draw a UI quad. It's gonna be a UI quad because I'm looking at the game at that using the UI. Yeah, it's going to be a UI element. Is it? Or is it a game element? Guys, what do you think? UI or not? I guess we'll figure it out. Wagon.position. And then I'll just do a vector 2 of 20 pixels for now. And we'll do that render options transparent. So, first and foremost, this is gonna be the box. Thank you very much for following, my man. Yeah, Zuck makes games. Good morning. Hope you're doing good, bro. For town in menu, you have to rebug that ugly hut, bro. I guess we don't have a wagon, huh? Oh, we do. I see, it's not drawing it in the correct location because that needs to be world to UI. Yeah, now is the question. Do we draw this using the UI? Here's the quad. That would be the selection box. Or do we actually make it a game object? And why am I saying this, right? So I cannot place a unit close to the wagon. And the reason for that is because it has a circular collider. You can see it right here. So I don't really like that the collider is so far down. And so I need to go into the assets and change the wagon from -32 to, let's do 24. Sorry, 24, let's see that. That pushes it down a bit. -24. I guess -20 is good enough. So -20 is good, in my opinion. Yeah, that looks good. Now let me change the position of this a little bit here. Let's go up. Here we go. That looks good enough. Save that. Yes. Okay. Now we have the wagon. We can stop showing the colliders. What I mean by that is when I place a unit, if it's an actual game object, the unit will block me clicking on the shop. Might. And I might not be able to click on the unit. But now that I think about it, I can't actually place a unit close enough to the shop, can I? I might be able to place him behind. Not sure. I can place him here. I mean, it's gotta be difficult, but okay. Let's first draw this box here in a better way. So, what do we need? We'll do 48 by, I guess 48. And then the wagon position plus vector 2 -20. Let's try that. Will there be an option to kill the armorer like in Dark Souls? Oh wow. Yeah, we also need to... Basically, we need to put it in a... Eh? Oh wait, I apologize. There needs to be 0. It just needs to go up. I think we already have a good selection box for this. Now, since we're making it transparent, we should also do a material. Material, which is white, but 0.5, so we can see through. All right, so this is going to be the selection box for the shop. I think I need to make it a bit thicker. 52. From the height-wise, I think it's fine. And then maybe we push it a little bit like to the right and do 56. And then we have a good looking, a good feeling selection box. Should cover most of it. Actually, 54 then. Yeah, what do you guys think? That should be good enough, right? Hello, Mr. David on YouTube. Good morning. How are you rendering your sprites? Are you using tiled and a parser, or do you have your own? Basically, I have a two-dimensional array that draws each tile separately. So it's like a for loop over all of the tiles that get rendered. That's how I do it. Just a two-dimensional array of tiles. And that results in like 5,000 draw calls or something, depending on how many layers of tiles I stack on top of each other. You can see here that I'm using 3 layers, and if I use no layer, that's what it looks like. Make a turret coming out of a wagon roof. Changy shooting it like in some Metal Slug. I can definitely add... Hey, that's a good idea, my man. I can definitely add something to the wagon. Yeah. I mean, that's a cool idea. I'll write that down. It's like some ideas. Make it something you have to buy? Yeah, you could be, right? You could be. I can buy like missiles coming from it. Yeah. Yeah, I will render the tiles into a bitmap, yes, for performance. That's the one, that's on the list of things to do, yeah. Okay, so now that we have the wagon, I need to build a const rectangle. Wagon rect, which is this part here. Okay, the big question now is though, is it a UI element or I can do a button. It's the easiest part. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to outline the wagon when it's hot. This is what I learned. Otherwise... Ah, shit. I mean, I can literally set the options myself. I know what it needs. It needs the... I'm just gonna directly set them. So we need transparent... Transparent. We need to outline it, and I think that's it. And over here, I just want it to be transparent. So essentially, the wagon is only transparent. Okay, and then obviously, this needs to be related to the UI. So it needs to be world to UI, which is a bit annoying on the entire thing, and here too. Because I'm operating in game pixels. It drew a UI quad. I need to draw the quad again because now it might be different. Do I need the size though? I don't think I need to do world UI on the size. And then I draw UI quad, wagon rect.position, and wagon rect.size. Just so I can see it. There we go. Let's see. Nothing should change, but when I hover over the wagon, I should now give it an outline. I think I know what the issue is. I hate this. It's gotta be that 100%. It's gonna work now, guys. 100%. It will work. Why not, bro? Uh-oh. Why not? It's hot. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Of course. I didn't need to do that. Nothing. No. No, no, no. The reason why it doesn't work is simple. I'm not doing a button. See, this is what happens when you sleep. You understand your mistakes much faster. If I didn't sleep much, guys, I would be sitting on this for 10 days. 100%. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now it should work. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Wow. Oh, actually, interesting. There's a couple of rogue pixels here. Here, somewhere. Something difficult to see, but they exist. Rectal size, my man, Grant the Scant. I appreciate the support, bro. Thank you very much for following. And welcome, sir. Magic LVO. Hey, guys. Do you see that? Ui. Nice. The only thing that bothers me is I want to make this 1 pixel smaller. And the reason for that is because, and this one too. Why do I do that? I think it's good enough. Like this. Yeah. The reason why is because I can only draw an out here too. Shit. I mean, what if I do that? Does it work? Looks a bit odd, but it does only draw an out. Okay, here too. That doesn't work. That does not work. It only draws an outline when there's 1 pixel padding in here. So it does not go into the next sprite. Which is why the outline at the top or to the left, it won't show. Yeah, it's not really noticeable now. So yeah, does work. So the reason why I want to do this is to show that this is an interactable, of course. And it looks like this plus is not needed because it's drawing it around the center. There we go. Hey, how did you first get into game dev, and do you have a computer science degree? Also, your pixel art is really nice. Hey, thank you, appreciate that. How did I get into this? Is because I started working as a web developer, and I realized that I did not want to be a game developer my entire life. So I could see my entire life being, you know, coding some websites and fixing some bugs on the website, stuff like that. Was boring, and so I decided to learn C++ on the side. So I would wake up early and then learn. First, I actually started learning Unity in the mornings. And so I started one evening, boot up Unity, started making a tower defense. Actually, not a tower defense game, sorry. That was much earlier, but I started making a Witcher 3 clone in Unity. Yeah, and over time, I grew out of Unity because I didn't make any progress. And I started learning C++. And that was a lot of fun. I learned C++ and graphics programming. And I would do that before the stream and during my break at work. Sleep is powerful. I wish I was better at it. Yeah, me too. I think the reason why most people don't sleep is because, at least for me, when it's in the evening and you still have stuff to do, you don't want to defer that to the next morning. You want to do it now. And that results in just worse sleep, and you're doing worse performance next day, which is bad. Okay, now we need to push a modal for now, and that would be the game state shop. I think shop ID, view shop ID. There we go. All we need to do is push the modal when we click on the button, and that's it. Actually, there's nothing more to do. I wonder if this even works here. Probably not. Pick up money in chests. Top performing heroes. Yeah, no, all we need to do basically is just do an if check here. The question is though, should we pause the game or not? I want to make this like an entirely new window though, because I don't want to draw. I mean, I could literally do this, right? Because I already have that, right? Here we go. So I can literally show this. Actually, there might be some issues. Game state, save state. Yeah, let's do game state here. And then over here, that's dot. I mean, it would probably be easier just to say save state pointer, save state is game state, save state, the address of that, right? There we go. Now this code will be changed, of course. But it will allow me to compile now, and then we can just see what it looks like. If the aim by having a map, an in-map merchant is immersiveness, why would it not make sense to have the item displayed in the map too? But it is. The items are displayed in the map, Snoggyball. I don't know if you have watched any of the recent streams. There we go. Oh, cool. Look at this, guys. I can literally buy this right now. But I think the shop is taking too much space. What do you guys think? Is that too much? And I have like a stupid mosquito bite in my... To me. I mean, having the actual items you can buy displayed in the map. Oh, you mean... man, this is so good. God damn it, man. Give me a second, please. Oh, man. hate those mosquito bites. No, it's my leg, bro. It is my leg, because there's a mosquito bite right there, and it's so itchy. It just doesn't stop. It is how it is, okay? Stop. Okay, so what you are saying is it should just be a list like that? Interesting. Instead of a big menu, it should be displayed in the level, like here? Or maybe it should just display it here. Let me see. So this is the menu. If I open the shop here... Let's first, instead of showing the item... I mean... Let's abstract this away to draw a shop. There we go, now it's false. I definitely want to draw a smaller window. I thought about something like this. I need to be able to re-roll the shop. I need to be able to show some items. And I need to show the cost. And when I hover over an item, it shows me what it is. Guys, I can't concentrate like that. I just... Sorry. Bitteschön. Bitteschön. Ja, kannst du mir einen Kaffee machen? She wants to climb on the desk, but you're not going to climb on it. Up, 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 up. Look, I made a shop, Zoe. Cook. Oop. Oh, shit, it's pushing it now. Oopsie. Oh no. Wait a minute. Home. Go back to the map. So, guys, how would I be able to quickly design a map? Sorry, not a map, a UI element. 999? 99999? 99999. Use backpack UI? I thought about something like this. I take this guy. Zoe, not this. No. Take this guy. do a copy. Then put it in some sort of UI that we need to design. Where's space? Where's space? We need more space. Okay, so okay. Does Zoe have a tangerine outfit for promo pics? You know what it is? It's really warm here, man. This, then a background. I guess we can use that, yeah. Give me a sec. My wife said that she's done. Fertig jetzt? Hier, bitte. Nein, das kann ich nicht. Ich konnte es im Royal gar nicht streamen. Das schreibt die ganze Zeit rum. Das geht nicht. Ein bisschen ja, aber nicht so lange. Bitte. Dankeschön. Oh, I need some air in here. Like this is really bad. Give me a second, guys. I need to open the windows because this is just. Bitte jetzt die Tür offen lassen, ja, weil ich versuche jetzt hier zu lüften. Das ist viel zu warm. Viel zu warm. Goodness. Bye bye, Project Manager Zoe. Okay, I'm back. So, here's what I thought we could do. Where's my inventory part that I draw? Here. This is the entire inventory for now. And I thought about just reusing this part of the UI. Where's the shopkeeper again? Shit. Where did I put him? Here. I thought about reusing it. Oof, that's big. Oh my. Okay, yeah. And then, oof. I mean, then I can use more of the wagon. Actually. A little bit more. Like a frame. Let's just take most of it. Like that. I think the frame would look good if we show like this part here. And not this. And not this, but that. Basically this. With some sort of outline. From that. So put this. Wait. How do you navigate the giant canvas? I don't. I complain about it all the time, bro. It sucks. Like this. And then I will just place kind of the same. Wait, I have an idea. We'll actually go put that here. How do you think about animating paper and roof parts of the wagon like a wind shader? Oh, that would be a cool idea, yeah. Actually, good idea. But not for now, for later. Thank you, man. Good stuff. Okay, so like this. Actually, move that in here. And then extend. Actually, we can use that here too. That's nice. I think this is on the sprites, right? Yeah. So copy that from here over. And from here over. I use multiple files when I think multiple files is a good thing to have. because it makes it easier to manage. You can search for the files. All right, so, oh, shit. I see, so took out the outer layer here. I get it. I guess we'll get it back. That's fine. Okay, so now I should have this too. We can just put that on. And the same here. And now I notice I really only want to show, let's say, this much of the shop. So this is not needed here. And then we can, oops, add in the outline again. But only here. There we go. Oh, Zoe hurt herself again. Yikes. There we go. Okay. And then the bottom part. Copy that. G. Like this. And put in black. There we go. Nice. So, that is going to be the UI for the shopkeeper. Oops. Yeah, like this, and then make that. Ooh. And I thought about, that's the reason why I put it in a separate layer, like in the most top layer. I thought about adding a gradient here. Look at this. I thought about doing something like this. Shift G. And then black, basically. Like this. What do you guys think? That looks good. I think I like it too. And now that I know, I think I want to get rid of that much. Then move this in. There we go. Let's go to sprites and then get rid of this and that too. So that would be at least the left part of the UI. Put bars at the window? What do you mean by bars, bro? Have you thought about animating paper and roof parts of the wagon? I read that already. Vignette effect. Putting bars on the window. I don't know what that means, bars. I don't know what you mean. Top left has an extra pixel. I don't think it has. Actually. For now, I'm going to keep it the way it is, but I'll store that in a new file. You know what, guys? Let's put that here. This below and then put this below. This one will be the gradient here, and then this will be the sprite. Oh yeah, it does have an extra pixel, you're right. I think this looks the best that way. And I think as well that I want to make that a bit higher. Yeah. And then just cut it off at 48 by 48. How much is it? 48 by 48. Actually, yeah. So one here and one removed here. That's the sprite. That's the shopkeeper UI. And now we can actually load that. And we have it. Where is it? Here. Wow! Would you look at that, bro? Huh? Think you cook something here? Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it's gonna be glorious. And now we just copy that in. Boom. Now the question is, guys, left or right? So why am I asking this, right? This would be the shop. Displaying all the items. And then over here at the bottom, we will have... I don't know, like some sort of continued menu. Oh wait, I'm actually... This is the wrong layer. Whoops. This needs to be on sprites now. We have like a continuation. Take that part. Take the top part here too. Ah, shit. I guess I... And then there will be... part user interfaces on the left, please. Should sell some 10s. You want it on the left, bro? You sure about that? Are you 100% sure that you want it on the left? I pressed B, man. One more time I press B and it doesn't do B, I'm gonna be mad. Okay? Stop. Okay, that's my mom. Ding dong, ding dong. There we go. Why would it be on the left though, bro? And then over here we have the reroll button with the cost, how much it costs. The left side on the screen is easier for me to see. The thing is though, the shop is going to be on the left. It's not going to be in the middle, it's going to be a small thing on the left. You know? So I'm just gonna have to build it first. And then we'll see how it feels. Also, I don't know where to place it yet, exactly. There we go. That here. Wait a minute. Like this. There we go. Yeah. We're here. Do I add in black pixels here too? Maybe? But I guess that doesn't make any sense. Inventory code should be closer to the middle. Yeah, we'll figure out a good spot for that. Nein, nicht schon wieder. Frag meine Mutter, Mann. Ich will nichts essen, ich habe Bauchschmerzen. Okay, no, like I can't taste, but I just don't eat this early, and I just don't feel good when I eat this early. Okay, there we go, and then this will be just black, or maybe a different color like this. I think that's fine. Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is going to be the shop menu, at least on. Cakez back already? Yeah, I need to go be back, bro. I need to be back. Like this. Jetzt ist gut, kannst du zumachen. Vorhin war richtig viel zu warm. There we go. What do you guys think? Shop menu. Looks good. And then the items will be displayed as small icons in the shop menu. Oh, just DJ, my man. Thank you very much for subscribing, bro. Wait, did I post notifications? Did I?
Yeah.
did,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. No. I'm not falling down again, guys.
Get rid of this. Don't need that. Oh shit, that doesn't fit. Actually, it might.
Hello, Cakez.
My man, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Guys, we will
Make
make
a good game and don't market it.
a good game.
The money will come to you.
We
Am
will
I
make
so out
a
of
good
touch?
game.
No.
Tasdish just subscribed. Can't believe it has been a year already.
Wait. Just got home with kebab. Could be worse. I got what?
Is it hot or
Cat
cold?
cold?
Well, it's starting to get cold because I barely have anything left.
What the hell? Good morning, Cakez. Hope you're feeling better today. Jacob, thank you very much. Yes, I am. Thank you very much for asking. What a nice person you are, man. Yes, I feel better. I have found a solution to the problems with my game. And I had a good talk with my wife too. That felt really good. Helped a lot. Talking usually helps a lot. Alright, so now we need to generate this sprite and draw it. Now, how do we close the shop though? How do we close it? Just an X button here? Or just inbound it here? This shopkeeper's position suits bad. You're banned for 5 minutes. You're banned for 5 minutes, bro. See you later. That's it. First strike. Okay. Assets. Town section, UI section. I don't know, actually. Where do I have the inventory? It's not an icon. Item slots. Here we go. Sprite, shop, open. I should call it UI, to be honest. Should have promoted Shade 11 to mod, bro. What is this frog white emote? Guys, stop. Shop open. What do we have as a size? I think it's 80 high. 128. There we go. And then we have a position on 1360 by 352. All right. Okay. Now, when this is view shop ID here, I want to draw a UI sprite. Sprite view shop. What's it called? Shop open. Let's draw this on 100 and 200 first. Here it is. This is the shop view. Now, where do we position it, guys? Where do we position this shop? When I select a unit, it can be on top of this UI element as well. Where do I put this UI element? The shop. This one right here. Any ideas? The reroll button will be here. It will just be a cost and a reroll icon. And then he will offer items that we can buy and put here. Either through drag and drop or right-clicking the items. I'm thinking of just putting the shop right on top of the inventory. And then they're right next to each other. To the right here, where I am. I think putting it to the right is too far away. And I can't put it here because this is where the UI for the thing is. Will take up a lot of space. Yeah, it will take up a lot of space. That's the thing, right? So... Okay. You want to go on for 20 minutes? Why do you need the shop on the map? You didn't listen, Mr. 10X, or you weren't here? The reason why I removed the shop from the town was because I no longer have gold. Gold will be removed. The shop items will cost oranges. So this guy for oranges is gonna sell me stuff. Can't you make the interface tabbed so the user can select? Tabbed what? You mean this here? Also, I feel like the shop should show me my inventory as well. So it should literally just be on top of this. Just log in. That's fine. That's fine. You didn't know. That's okay. But collector of stuff new. So. Wagon Tangy should say, "Psst, hey kid, wanna buy some magic?" Yeah, true. Yeah, it should say something for sure. Yeah. Since the Tangy inventory is on the left, put the shop in the center. You know what? I'm thinking about this. Watch. Here. Right on top of it. And then I'm just gonna remove the shopkeeper from the UI. And I'll draw something like... Wait. I'll show you. Where's the name? It might not need to say shop, we'll see. You y space dot x divided by 2 and then 260. And then we'll do the shop position. Minus vector 2, 0. And then this right here will be shop position. Minus, which we know it's 80, so that's going to be 40. And that will be plus. One thing about the shopkeeper in town is adding one more round element to the game after buying a new item. We're looking forward to trying the next time you boot up the game, Cakez. You haven't been here, I'll show you. There is no more items in the map in this here. Font type small. Center outline looks good. Alright, so it took a bit of time to put in the name, but this is essentially what it will look. There we go. Shop. And obviously this needs to be drawn on top. There we go. Then I'm going to do an iteration of this. Keep that stored for later use. Like here. Doesn't matter. Put this here for now. And I can even reuse the same item for this, actually. Just noticed. I can reuse this. That's cool. So I don't really need to... Wait, actually? I don't need to change that. Just noticed. Don't need that. Instead of drawing the shop, sprite item slots. We draw the slots, but instead we also put the shop on top. There it is. Now, apparently this is actually the middle. So then I think there's a position for that. It's gotta be minus 20 or 10. And then 260, obviously it's not enough. That's gotta be 280. Or like 320. Let's try 300. Haven't been here for a while. Did you improve the visuals? The lighting looks gorgeous. Thank you, thank you. That is AQ's work mostly though. Aha. 280. How do you structure our code in one file? You just put it in one file. Like... Okay, so that's a bit big. But essentially like this, and I'll show you. We go, and then we do an easing function here. There we go. Watch.
Why is there no -1 here? That's bad. Where's the +1 and -1? Wait, no, wait, that's wrong. Not Diablo bar. TFT. Oh god. Okay, I guess I'll just do... Change layer 5. -5. Can we sell as well, Cakes? Maybe. Now that we have a shop. Oh yeah! You see that? Ooh, boy! Would you look at that? Ah? Oi! What do you guys think? Maybe the shop is a bit too big, but that's the idea. And then whenever we close it, it goes back. You'd be so doomed. You use 2-step spaces like me, lol. Oh man, my... Wouldn't be trade a more sufficient term? I mean... The term I don't really care about, to be honest. But... Can't you make the shop window scrollable? No, there won't be that many items, actually. It will most likely only be, at most, 4 items, 5 items. And then there will be a reroll button. So now we have to work on how to implement the shop. And I kind of want to... Let me see, where's the shop? In-game shop. Here. Don't I have a short plank as well? I do. Cool. A thin short plank, please. That's way too thin! What? Oh, it's sliced. I see. Maybe that? Put a LED banner that says Lidl on top? Yikes, that sucks. Okay, well... What if we make the UI transparent? Guys, what is a icon in pixel art for a shop? What is an icon for a shop? I'm thinking about putting an icon here to the left and another icon to close it to the right. A card. Money bag. We could use a money bag, yeah. But the money bag should not show this. It should show an orange. A money bag. Let me try a money bag with an orange. Put this here. And then I need a small orange. Here. Do I have a smaller one? Oh, I do. Wow. Actually? That's cool. And then put it on here. Oh, look at this, guys. What if I get rid of the outline? Then I put that here. I need to make sure that this is no longer shown. What do you guys think? This. I feel like the leaf is kind of a problem. Yeah. Maybe make the back just a tad bit thicker. Can't really make it much thicker, but a bit. And then it won't be such a big deal. Because I feel like the orange is a little bit too big for the bag. Yeah, we have a tiny bit of an issue here with the shading. Need to make sure that we repair that. That does feel a little better, but I think we need... Ay. Okay, wait. My man Nordi, thank you very much for following, and Luch Labs, thank you very much for following. Ah, damn it. I think I broke it, guys. Whoops. I mean, we have the orange on there too. I feel like what's making the back look weird is this line here. I sent you a proper icon, Cakez. No, I'm not showing that, bro. No! We're not putting little on there, okay? It's fine. It's fine. And then we'll just do that. Bloop. Come on, man. That's good enough. There we go. Yay! Look at that, boys. Damn. Now we have a sell price, a buy price. We can buy this stuff in the map. Damn. Okay, wait. So we'll draw the money back. So no name shop. It will just be shop position. Constant vector 2 is the back position. Actually, we don't really need to draw UI sprite. Sprite money back. Small. Shop position. Minus 40. Minus 40. Minus 40. That's the money back. Why put Tangy in a pouch? Oh yeah, almost. Almost. I think that looks better. Isn't it a bit strange that Tangis have to pay with their own people? Yeah, it is. Huge menu. Yeah, I will make the shop a bit smaller. Firefly. I just noticed. Nah. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, it's fine. Oh no, the Tangis will pay with their own people, okay? They sell their babies, that's why the orange is so small. Don't you understand, guys? What do you guys think? And then on the right, I'm going to add in a circular menu. Something like this. Which obviously I don't really want it to be like that, but yeah, I want this to be one taller though. I feel like that's too tall. That takes up too much space. Also, I don't know what it is about this stupid tool. I want this to be Yeah, and that's not divisible by 2. Oh, it is. Okay. So the idea is, and I need to make sure that I keep the same. I just wanted an X button here. So like here. Like this. That looks bad, doesn't it? Like that. That looks better already. And now we need to take that away close to the menu so we can design that how it would be in the game. So let's begin with this. So how would that be in the game? Right? If this is the X button, shall we do an outline like this? Or does that look weird? And then maybe we even take away that. This still got, I guess this still does look like an X. And then maybe we even outline that. So we can clearly see it. And then maybe we give this another outline too. Oopsie. What do you guys think? Whoops. Does that look good enough? Maybe this is not dark enough here. Looks good. I think we are cooking here, right? We can do a little bit of shading here as well. But I feel like we are already good enough for this. Bottom part is off by 1 pixel. Are you sure? We can do G and I might just do black here. No, I think it's fine. And then maybe we can add in... Nah, I don't know. No, oops. Maybe that's a bit too much. What do you guys think? It is off? Wait. You guys are right here. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it a lot. Bottom left. No, now it's correct. Bottom right. Guys, not bottom left. All right. Okay. That would be the X button, 16 by 16. Let's put it right next to this. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we do the cross as well. Sprite. We have the money bag small. Sprite. Cross. Frame count 1. 160 by 368. There we go. And then we will draw the cross.
There. Twitch ads no longer take all the video. That's nice. Wait, they don't? Really? Are they improving how the ads work? They gotta be. Okay, so obviously that's a bad position. 34 or 36. I mean, maybe that's a good position, but I feel like... maybe I should still have shop. What do you guys think? You can see that the left side has 3 pixels. No, I think it's... No, this is even now, bro. It is perfectly even now. Looks a bit awkward. I think the money bag looks a bit awkward. This is fine. Now we have a shop. Yeah, we are adding a shop to the game right now. Okay, that's a little too much. So, Supaku, the reason why I'm... what did you say earlier? The reason why I'm doing it this way and I remove the shop from within the game is because, number one, I had one too much currency. The shop is now... items are now dropped within the game and they are reset. Right, so you drop an item, or you drop a chest, you open up the item, you open it up, you get an item, and you can put it on a unit. Boom. Let me close this. You can put it on a unit. So that is the reason why I do this, is to make it easier for the player to understand the item system. The old item system was very confusing, and it also led to a very complicated menu. Now, and so that effectively made the shop in town obsolete, because I no longer have a need for it, because now all of the items are dropped within the level. And since all of the items are dropped within the level now, it also removed, unfortunately, it removed the part where you had to purchase the items, because you're getting them for free. They don't cost money. And so... they don't cost money. Which basically now you don't spend any money, or barely any money, on upgrades anymore. And that's fine, because you can spam more heroes, right? You could just spam a lot of them. Fine. But I still felt like there needs to be a way to purchase upgrades, which is why we are adding the shop to the map. Because now we can, instead of having to drop a chest, which is random only, we have a more deterministic way of rolling items using the shop. Reroll them as well. So that the player can directly influence the RNG. And for upgrades, permanent upgrades, instead of using gold, we are now using a somewhat system like in Kingdom Rush, where the stars allow you to invest into meta progression. And the meta progression is only related to something that you can't already get. Like, for example, the AoE heal is now can now be improved by earning more stars in the game. That incentivizes earning 3 stars. Sekunde. And with this being the case, I now need a reason to have more than one bar where I no longer add upgrades to the tangerines to this menu, because this is no longer needed. It will all be in the skill tree. So, for example, more range or more AoE, depending on how far the projectile flies, will be on the skill tree. So the tangerines will have a lot of options in the skill tree, and everything else will be covered by this, which will include the shop. And so I thought a good way to spend additional gold in the level, rather than just placing units and upgrading them using abilities 3 times, because the only thing that you can do literally is boom, 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 and you're done. That's boring. So I'm adding in the shop now that you can use with oranges to create a more incentive to farm this. Yeah?
Ziehst du mir das raus, bitte?
Okay.
Bitte.
Ja. Make upgrades more exciting. Yeah, upgrades will be more exciting too. This will be an ongoing process though, so that's gonna take some more time. Fertig. What's your fix for devballing? I increased the radius of tangerines, gave them more attack range, and I added in and will add in more enemies that counter this. So AoE damage enemies, teleporting enemies, enemies that curse units that stack close to each other, stuff like this. Enemies that explode, stuff like that. There's a long list of things that you can do, and I implemented some of them, and they can work. Sorry. Just had some blue skin there, it was annoying. Never seen this menu? Yeah, I coded that menu yesterday. So that's essentially the idea. We are building it right now, right? So we need to operate on that. So let's draw the icons that we have in the shop for now. So I think it's in a save state even, right? Game state, save state.shop items. And these are weighted items. Okay, so basically for const, weighted item reference, item, weighted item in the shop items. We need to have a vector2 items position. Following up collector's question, wouldn't it technically be possible to have the things that are doable in town implemented in the world map or something? It feels like it's been rather an annoyance for me. What is an annoyance exactly? I don't understand. You need to tell me exactly what an annoyance is so that I can improve it. I don't mind changing something, but you need to tell me exactly what it is. Of course, I can. Items position. Let's see. Items position is the shop position minus 40 and then plus 8, so 32. That is top left. And then for each item in the shop, he wants access to the town in the world map, I think. Hey, but the world map is in town. Why would I need access here? I'm literally in town. I don't think he wants that. I don't see why I would go to the town if instead I had an option to access the menu screens. Because in town is like the preparation phase. You can reset here. It's a separate screen, much like in Kingdom Rush. And the reason why you have that is so that you give options to the player that you don't have within the level. There's only 2 screens now. There's the town and the level. In the level, you cannot change your upgrades. In the town, you can. And in the town, you can also read up on different enemy types and inform yourself. So the town, there's a reason for why the town exists. And yeah. You can disagree, that's fine, but I want to have it that way. Okay, let's see. So we draw UI sprite, weighted item, dot, item ID. Okay, so we need item data, const item data reference item, which is get item data. Weighted item dot item ID. There is definitely a reason to have the town, bro. Like, for sure. Like, maybe a couple of months earlier I wouldn't agree with you, but definitely makes sense. Not just the biggest fan of it. Why? Like, give me a good reason, lol, but think about it like this, right? From a gameplay perspective, you need to think about it like that. Name a good reason that is not imbalanced for why you would not want to have the town. Think about what you take away from it. Icon ID on the item's position, and then item's position dot y x plus equals, I think it was 17 or something. And then if, oh, we need an index here. Okay. Item index. For int item index is 0, item index is less than game state, save state dot shop items dot count, item index plus plus. There we go. And then we get the item index here. We get the weighted item, and then if the item index is greater than 0 and item index modulo how many? 4 is 0, then we do items position dot y plus equals 17 and items position dot x. X is shop position dot x minus 32. Otherwise we do that, and this is done before we draw the sprite for now. So I'm not going to implement the system now, I'm just going to implement the visuals. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now it should show us okay. Hey? What the hell, bro? Shop. Interesting. Shop items. Isn't that an array of 4 items? We have a staff, helmet, and the bow. And it draws this 4 times. Interesting. Why does it draw it so many times here? Look at this. Looks great, chip it. I mean, it draws, I think 4 dots, 3 dots for items that are not recognized yet. Game navigation preference. Degenic UI. I don't even know what that means. AQ. What is degenic? I have no idea. Degenic. I don't know what AQ's pull is, to be honest. Hey? I mean, maybe I need to add in. Why? If item index module. Hey? Modulo 4 0. It's gotta be modulo 3, isn't it? Wait. Y and then items position. It draws this on the items. Wait. Items position. No. I don't understand this. Why is it drawing it so many times? Oh, because I have the modal open 4 times, maybe? Let's see. Game state modals. How many do I have? Is it called active modals? No, of course, it's called active modals. How many do I should have? Only have, yeah, I have 1, so that's definitely not the issue. I don't understand why it's drawing these items 4 times and not just 1 time. Because the shop only has 4 items. It should only draw 4 items, but it's drawing 8. Gegenic UI or Gegenic user interface refers to interface elements in video games that exist within the game's narrative world. I don't care. I do not care what people in chat think about this. Literally do not care about this, because I'm not going to remove it. I just don't. It has literally nothing to do with the gameplay, whether I have a town or not, whether it is just a simple menu or not. It has nothing to do. 4 is my... Oh, see, thank you, double follow. I'm so dumb. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. I didn't see that. Oh, thank you, man. I like the hut. Yeah, people don't like the hut. That's okay, man. Hey, not everyone can like it. That's fine. That's okay. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Let me think.
Potion, actually. I drank a fucking...
Why is that not correct? Shouldn't it maybe plus 60?
What is run
Okay,
drive doing?
if it's if 40...
Can't close it.
Wait, if 40 is there, let's not draw the money back. Why ask Lolboy? Okay, I'm not gonna argue with collector of stuff, so another 10 minutes. Because I want to read the other messages. Some games have both. You can press one building to enter menu or press the button on the side. Immo, that's a good compromise. Yeah, I agree. Aha, so it is here. And then we just need to... Okay, wait. So if we look at the sprites... I think when this is the middle... It's gotta be... Okay, 27? 27? Interesting. Then why do you ask me to type out my opinion? Because to have a discussion, lolboy. Otherwise, it's a monologue. Like, okay, it's just a bit too high. Okay, minus 24 maybe. I don't know why it is so different from the other shop, from the inventory here. It's odd. Ooh. Now the question is it 1 pixel too far to the left? And it actually needs to be minus 26? Or are we good, my brothers? We cannot have a pixel perfectly in the middle, you know? I feel like it's 1 off now. Let's see. I need a ball. Shit, rerolling is too expensive to keep doing that. Yeah, it goes too high. God damn it. Okay, wait. I feel like... It's cool if menus are inside game objects. It's much more immersive gameplay. Yeah, I know it is. But it doesn't matter. I think this is the correct place. I need more chests. I just need more chests. It's fine. Alright. Give me a bow. Please. Oh, there. It's not the same bow though. I don't think I can even get that bow. I don't think I can drop the short bow. Maybe I should have a function that's called... Hey! Ah, shit! God damn it. Damn it! Wait. I need the short bow, wrong? Hello? Short bow? No? Damn it. I don't think I can drop the short bow. Just gonna add it in here. For now. I'm gonna redesign this anyways. So I'm gonna add the short bow. And I guess we'll just have to save here. Then reset all items. That gives me the default items. And now I can get the short bow. Shit. Reset all items. Drop chest. Okay. Good. Now we're gonna get... There it is. I think this is the correct position. Right? Will you ever move to 3D when you finish this game? Yeah, I will. In the future, I will move to 3D. I'm excited to start working on a new game. Will the GUI immediately remain in a different resolution than the game itself, ultimately? For now, yes. I don't know about the future, Hascast. If I were to change the UI to a different UI now, it would take me more than 2 to 3 weeks to do it. Because I need to redraw everything. The sizes don't match up at all anymore. And so, for example, for the tangerines, they need to be drawn bigger. And now I need to have a different sprite from what it looks here. It's so much more work. And so, like, you could think about it being a little bit of a little bit immersion breaking, because the UI is in a different size than the game. But the Slawmancer does that too. And ultimately, gamers will not care about this, because gamers just want a good game. So, for example, if you look at this here, you can see that the icons are not saving the image, opening it. Sorry, the icons are not the same pixel size as the UI is, for example. And then you have a weird looking number for the gold. But does that matter? No. Because the Slawmancer has earned them millions. They literally had a 10k player peak, man. Crazy. So yeah. I will most likely not do it, because in my game it actually still looks somewhat aesthetic. We have a zoomed out game and somewhat of a zoomed in UI to counter that a bit and operate on the UI as well. So yeah. All we gotta do now though, guys, is to think about the position of the shop. Where should that be? On top of the menu here? Where should the reroll button be?
Am I so out of touch? No.
Cloudless Studio is gifting 5 subs to the community.
Oh man! Good morning. Thank you very much for 5 gift subs. I appreciate that a lot, Cloudless Studio. Thank you so much for the support. I didn't notice the UI was different. Ruined. Yeah, you didn't notice it because it's not important. I use Visual Studio Code because I like it. Papa Zola on YouTube. On top of the in-game shop. No, I want to be able to... I want it to be as easy as possible. If I take an item and I put it on the shop, I sell the item. If I take an item and I put it on top of another item, I merge the item. So for example, like this. Let me get stuff that can actually merge together. Can I please get an item that merges together? I think these two merge. No, I don't have a recipe yet. Can I please get an item that merges together with another item, please? Today. Oh, man, I'm tired of this. Cakez, here you go with my help. Give me just 1 second, please, okay? I'm actually getting mad. Can I get a normal bow, please? Or a sword? Can I please get a normal bow? Thank you. So basically, what I want to do is, if I place an item here, it's gonna sell the item. If I place the item in the shop, it's gonna show me a dollar sign or an orange sign with a green plus to sell the item. If I take an item from the shop in my inventory, it shows me how much it costs. Na? Was? Was ist? Rede mit mir.
Nichts, ich dachte,
Hä?
du kommst mit, aber du bist
Nein, ich bin nicht fit. And my wife's like just coming by, like doing a drive-by. It's like, and I'm like, what? And she's like, I'm like, what? Do you think TD players want to manage 2x4 inventory with random drops and crafting? I just have to ignore you, man. Like, listen. This system is fun to play with. You don't have to like it. I get the idea that you don't like the game. Just please stop. Because it's getting really annoying, I have to say. Because you constantly just say something negative about the game. You need to play it yourself. And yeah, just please stop. It's actually getting really annoying. Just asked a question? No. It's not that you asked a question, it's the fact that you constantly say that the game sucks. That's not the point. That's not the problem. The problem is not that you're asking a question. The problem is that you're constantly saying something negative about the game. This sucks, this is bad, I hate this, I hate that, no one wants to play this. That's the problem. It's not the problem that you're asking a question. Anyone can ask questions. But it's getting to a point where it's annoying because the same people repeat the same boring and annoying things. And so that's why Collector is gone again. I'm tired of it. Let me make the game and see what people think. I don't know if people will like this or not. It's an idea. Right now, the shop, in my opinion, takes away too much space from the game. So I might just limit the slots from the shop from 4 to 8. From 16 to 8. Half the size, actually. Okay, you're gone. You don't see my point. Okay, wait. Let me ask chat, guys. Chat. No strategies are just random. Seems like a massive chore. He sells Tangy nudes online. Okay, bro. Can we craft a diamond pickaxe? Is shop always visible? No, it will not always be visible. I changed my mind. The menu is the most published part of the game right now, lol. I don't think so. I think it's okay. Wait. It was yesterday. Why are so many people rage baiting you for no reason? I'm just a little bit tired of it, yeah. Like, I think it wasn't really... You didn't really say it's bad. But this is also not true. But again, it's like saying I'm wasting my time, essentially. I'm just wasting my time because it always comes off as negative. Aber du hast doch deinen eigenen Schlüssel. Warum musst du meinen Schlüssel nehmen? Like, my wife has her own key and it's been bothering me so much. She keeps using my keys. Good. Keeps using my keys, man. And then I can't go outside. Like, you know the one time when she took the keys and left me with Zoe here and I couldn't go outside because she locked the door from the outside and used my keys? And I didn't have any keys here because she had both? Bruh. I'm just gonna wait. But I think, like, you don't know this. And again, like, it's too much. I'm wasting too much time on these messages. Which is like, what I get from your messages is that it's not your type of game, mostly. Because it's not gonna, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel, it feels completely, like, disconnected from the rest. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what it feels like. And I just noticed that I'm wasting too much time on this. Let's see. In-game shop. Okay, so I just want to have less slots. So it's gonna be 200, 300, I guess. Did you say you wanted to do 3D in the future as well? Can you please look at my link? I'm sorry, Omar Bombi, I missed that, yeah. Let me see, what is it? Use grid lines to adjust it. Looks weird. Oh, I see what you mean. I should put it further to the top right. Wouldn't that imply to learn some maths as well? I will use a physics library. It's like you think I'm gonna learn the maths. Hell nah, man. I can't even do maths in 2D. Absolutely not. Okay, that's 3 slots. That's a little better, but I guess I want to have 2. The problem is though, where do I put the reroll button? Also, I think didn't I move it? Oh, it's moved. Guys, where do I put the reroll button for the shop? Take a look below the red text. Huh? This looks... yeah, I know this. This will be fixed. I'm aware of this. I'm not done designing it yet. But it will be fixed. Thank you very much, Umaba. I appreciate it, but I didn't see it. But yes, I will be fixed, sir. See, it's already fixed because I show less. Writing your own physics would be insane. I'm well past the point having to write everything by myself. I realize that I'm not all-knowing. I will never be all-knowing. I will never be able to write a physics system. And not because I can't, because I think you can, but I don't want to because it takes too much time and then I will not make a game. And I want to make a game and not write a damn physics system. Someone much smarter than me has already done that. I'm just gonna use it. Because then I can make the game. Time to move to Godot. I saw a Twitter post about Godot, or was it a Reddit post? Comparing C++ to Godot. It's saved. For juicy reaction. All I'm gonna say is that Godot was much slower than C++. Sucks. Yeah, but we're gonna look at that later. Not today. Not today. Today we're going to build the system here for the shop. Because I like it a lot. Exactly, that's why you should rewrite this in Godot. I'm not going to write my own 3D engine, but I'm going to make a 3D game, and we will explore different options on to see what makes the most sense. I don't know why the real collector is not here, but he's not permanently banned, no. Here, I'll show you. I had to prove it to you. Like, he's not banned. It should show if he's banned, right? He's not. STL3 got released? Yeah. We're gonna take a look at that too. It's gonna be great. Alright guys, so the shop. I only want to show 2 slots though. So minus 200, minus 300 is not enough. 300 needs to be... Wait, 300 is plus 16. 317 maybe? Because I do value my space a lot. 18. So now the shop is manageable, right? And the shop is going to grow with the inventory. If I add 4 slots to the inventory, I can also add 4 slots to the shop. And so that will make it a lot easier to manage. Well, the question is... Gotta get rid of that fixation on speed. Yeah, Nirishka, I agree with you, but my game was actually so slow that it couldn't even run on a laptop or on my computer because I spawned too many enemies. And so we had to fix that. You do need to do some optimization for your game if it's running on the low end so that most people can comfortably play it. You need to worry about that a little bit. But I think that doing it right is making the game first, then playtesting it, noticing the performance issues, and then fixing them. But doing performance fixes before even testing the game, that's wrong. Okay, so we need a reroll button, and we need... yeah, we need a reroll button. Where do we put that? And do we need a cost for re-rolling? Simply don't write the performance issues. Sure. I think the shop is a good idea, but are you starting to get scope creep? Llama Toast, I think it's still fine. This is not much scope creep because I think this can be done and flashed out in at most a week. And it's going to add to gameplay. It's going to give the player more option to spend money and get rid of the RNG, which RNG is part of the game. And then I give the player mechanics to get away from the RNG, maybe with luck. With meta progression, so that they can, how do you say that? Decide, if that makes sense. And then obviously certain enemies dropping certain items always, like a loot table to different items from enemies, will also help with the RNG problem. So for example, a goblin will always drop the sword. So now there's no RNG. When it comes to the sword, you know what to expect, you know how to get it. You can also get it in the shop, but you can get it also by killing these. And so there's many ways to forgo this, and I think it's great. And the items feel a lot easier to manage than before. I just drag them on top of units, or I select a unit and right click, and it's so much easier to get this done than before. Yeah, and it feels really good. And so I could even do this through this shop here, but it would mean that I'm purchasing the item. And so yeah, I think this is a great addition to the game, and I'm very happy I did it. Because yeah, it does feel good. Feels a lot easier and more intuitive to use than before. RNG. Okay. I would ditch the close button and make that drawer close when the user clicks on the map. Oh, ditch the close button and just close it when you click on the map. Some people are dumb, so no. I think it's obvious. No, I think it's a good idea. I'll show you why as well. Watch. I got a good idea. I'm gonna use that, actually. I need to get the shop position outside. At least I need it here, unfortunately. So I can access this. Game state. View shop ID. Pop modal. Game state. View shop ID. Otherwise, push modal. That's the first thing. It's gonna, guys, it's gonna look great. Just wait. Animation time. And we call this, wait, I need to have it here. We call it shop animation time. Come on, load. Oh my god, intelligence. So, I apologize. Shop anim time. Put it here. Else. That makes me always draw the shop. I think it's fine. Shop anim time minus equals frame time times 4. And then over here, this is plus. And then we always want to draw the in-game shop though. Which is a bit annoying, because drawing the shop is essentially everything here. I guess I always draw the shop then. Man, I'm good at coding! Holy! Sorry, what is this? My position? A Y position is a lerp. Ooh. I think we gotta do this. Hard code it. It is how it is. We'll hard code it. And we're going to have an issue here. This will just be UI space but x divided by 2 minus 20 plus 48, so minus 68, and then it will be UI space dot y minus 22. We're just gonna hard code the position, which will make it less dependent on the shop. That sucks a bit. That means I can't just move the shop's position. I need to move 2 UI elements. But essentially this. Fuck. Why not? Pop the active modal, bro. Yeah, pop it. Why are you not popping it? Huh? Wait. Really? Wait. I know what it is. Wait. Now what to do here? Holy, where is this? Let's get rid of that. Oh my god. This is all draw shop, the if false? Yeah, get rid of that. Holy, goodbye. What is this even? -1? +1 for the name? Let's get rid of that too. That sucks. Yo, Dirty Treewood, thank you very much for following, man. We don't need the cross, because whenever we click outside, we are also dropping it. Yeah. Look at that. Boom. And then over here, this is going to be the maximum of 0 and wait, shop animation time. Yeah, shop anim time minus this. A llama toast. Oh, llama toast. Welcome back, bro. And then this is gonna be equals. And this is plus. Oh, bro, plus, man. It's a minimum. I think it's the other way around, actually. Wait a minute, it's not minimum. This needs to be 1. Minimum 1 and this maximum 0. So what I'm doing here is essentially I make sure that the time is properly done. There we go. Look at this! Oi! No, the thing is, do I need the shop anymore for that? Because essentially that's the same thing. Do we need the wagon now? What do you guys think? Do we need this? Have both? I think it's nice to have, for sure. And then we'll see, right? I guess we can always have the shop. Now, okay, fine. Let's say we have this, right? Re-rolling the shop. It's fine to have both? I think so too. Re-rolling the shop. Where's that? I think the re-roll button could just be... We have the shop button ID, and then we have const int a re-roll button ID as line ID 1. So over here we have the shop button ID. I want to use that so that I can show a tooltip when it's hot. Display like basically if is hot. Shop button ID, then draw UI text, open shop, something like that. And then we're gonna do a const vector 2 shop button position, which is, I guess, this stuff right here. Here we have the shop button position, shop button position, a plus vector 2, 0 minus 20 or something. We'll see where that will be, and then it will show us a tooltip. I would also differentiate the shop with another color, but I'm not sure about this one. I think the shop is fine. Here it is. Oh wow. Obviously we need to center this. Font size is font scale 2. Dot render options is center. And then obviously it's going to be outline as well, but I will have a draw tooltip function which will take care of this. Currently developing one tooltip function that will be used for all of them. Essentially like this, and then obviously, of course, you are... UI change, layer, I don't know, 10. Needs to be on top of everything. We would also differentiate the shop with another color. Oh, you mean where the items are? So that this shop should be a different color than this. Maybe? What do you guys think? Should this be a different color to show that this is a shop? And then we'll change the shop position from -22 to 26. I mean, no, we could do this. 20. And we need a reroll button as well. That's 16 by 16. I have this. Maybe that's enough, but I don't have a cost yet. Of course, it's not on sprites. It's not on this. Do I have another reroll icon? Not really, but okay. Let's use this here. Maybe the same color as the... Colored like a tablecloth with wrinkles. So it's like a shop's table with items on. Oh yeah, I'll do that in the future with an art pass. Okay, wait. Sprite. Cross. Sprite. Reroll. And I think this is going to be on 128. 128. There we go. And then we can do a copy of this. And we do the button right reroll. There we go. And that is the reroll button ID. And then we can do another if hot, if is hot. The reroll button, sorry, button ID. And then it just shows we also need a position. Same position as the other one, but on the other side. There we go. And then it says reroll. But it doesn't have a cost yet. Yeah. Oh, reroll. And we also put the button there on the reroll. Reroll, yeah. Reroll button position. There we go. Cool. Now we have 2 buttons in a game. Huh? Oh, yeah, right, because it needs to be -20, so plus 48. Make a highlight to the back when the shop is open. Hey, why is it so far off? I don't understand. Also, -20. I guess we'll do -10. Why is it so much? Or maybe it needs to be 28? Because it's going 20 to the left and then maybe? Yeah, maybe now these are a little bit too far down, but that's the idea. And also they might be a little too small. But what do you guys think? We can toggle this, we can re-roll with a cost. The shop's gonna be for buying items directly rather than finding them through chests. That's what it's gonna be for. The re-roll cost. How much it costs? It's gonna cost money to re-roll the shop. If not, then you can endlessly do that and that's OP. You could only show the reroll button when the shop is open. True, true. Good idea. Okay. You can see the cost? Where? Okay, how much does it cost to reroll? Yeah, no, the shop, the cost will need to show how much it is. Hazenris. Like, of course, if you're asking, yes, it needs to show because the player needs to know. And there's multiple ways to do it, but it needs to show for sure. Yeah. Of course, Mr. Hazen! Okay, let me close the window because I just feel weird talking to the street. These guys would think I'm weird. Maybe don't make the same cost for a reroll, but rather increase it with each reroll. Cakes. I think that if I do that, then the cost needs to reset on longer levels. I can do that, but then there also needs to be a natural way that the shop can reset itself. Or you only, but no, listen. So I think it will be bad if the shop re-rolls when you start the level, because then what you're gonna do is we're going to restart all the time until you get a good shop. When you have a good shop, you're going to play the game. So we need to make sure that this does not happen. So there needs to be something that re-rolls the shop properly. No, I will not grow this vertically, but horizontally collect off stuff. So if I add 2 slots to the inventory, I'm going to add 2 slots to the shop. Reset it every round? No, I think that's too often. Would it be wrong to have limited rerolls, like 5 rerolls, but increase the price from $10 to 20 to 30? Oh, so you can only reroll a certain number of times, but then that would still... So I guess starting a level should not reroll the shop, or there needs to be some sort of protection to not have the shop reroll itself when you restart the game, because then you can reroll the shop until you get a really strong item, and then you're just gonna save up for the strong item. So for example, yeah, that would be bad. I like it in Gnomes where you can lock some items. Yeah, but Gnomes has like a really big... Like, Gnomes has a huge menu for that. And so if I want to make a huge menu for that, I can. But then opening the shop is some... Can you open the shop in Gnomes when the game's running? Or does it pause the game? Have you seen Megaloot's shop? Once someone buys an item, the next tier item appears in the slot and it keeps going higher, but with reroll it's random and your build-up goes away. Oh, interesting. Fixed shop at the start of every level, then every reroll it randomizes. That's a really cool idea actually, Shade 11. So that the shop naturally gets bigger, but you can also reroll. But would you ever want to reroll then? Shade 11? This is the game. That sounds really good. Maybe reset on specific waves. Yeah, but I need to communicate that. For example, I can reroll every round, but then I need to make the rounds really long. That works. Like in Gnomes, the shop rerolls every round. But then I can't have the shop be so small. It needs to be a big shop as well. And then when you buy an item, it goes... I think I'm gonna do the Gnomes shop. I think this shop here, even though it looks cool, is too small. And it takes away too much space. And I can drag items onto the shop here to sell them. Then make the shop growing, but it won't give new items on growth, but after reroll it will fill the empty slots. How do they prevent people from restarting the whole map to abuse it? Maybe AQ, the base items are all bad. The starting items on the shop. Mega loot. Mega loot only has 4 items. Yeah, but I mean, even with only 4 items, you can still try to abuse the system, can't you? Oh, mixed reviews lately. What happened, bro? Did they sell the game to someone else? 73% mega loot. Oh wow. Looks nice. Okay, no, that looks good. It's like exploring. Cool, cool, cool. Player 1, player 2. Oh, multiplayer 2. See pick 3? Yeah, I'll look at that. Interesting. Refresh the... What was it? Upgrade your loot? Here. It's on the bottom. It's sped up a lot, but that's where it is, right? Yeah, it resets and then it... Oh, I mean, there's quite a lot of items here, bro. Adapt to the enemies. Why is this so, like, bring here? It randomizes when you reroll. But how do they make sure that when you do that, when you restart the game, that you don't get a really strong item on re-rolling? Like you reset the game over and over again to get a really strong item. Smaller item pool at start, it restarts. So basically the shop only shows you 4 items. I still don't really like the fact that the shop is... Look, it's extending so much into the game. This is fine, but I think I want to have a gnomes type shop. I need to make sure that the UI is locked in for this. One of the reviews says replacing the fundamental mechanics of the game at random is not a good way to go. So these developers probably exploring a lot. That's why I could see that. Maybe the developers got lucky with a good design, then they tried to improve it, but they didn't know how, and it ended up being a worse decision. I think that could happen to anyone. Can't you make the Tanjuis rob other Tanjuis just like GTA? Yeah, they just take away their own items, true. And then there are some Tangerines that have nothing. No, I think this is great, but I don't like that it's so small. You have less gold, you need items to survive, so you prefer low tier items at the start. Or the shop only has 4 items. And then meta progression could be adds 2 slots to the inventory, adds 1 slot to the shop. Or like both. So here is some stuff that I have written down for the shop. In terms of, we can only have 5 levels of meta progression for everything. So far, this is the UI on the town. I can only fit 5 here for each of these. If I go vertically down, if I go to the right, I can fit more. I can fit about 6 to 8 of these vertically, horizontally, sorry. But vertically, I can only fit 5. So like we can decide on how to grow, but I don't really have more upgrades for the healing circle at this point. I think this is enough. So if I wanted to... Yeah, and then, I mean... So you want to make the inventory and shop items side by side, just like in the Battle Royale games? And enable drag and dropping. Yeah, I want to be able to drag and drop between the two inventories. Yeah, it needs to be as simple as possible so that the player, it needs to be as comfortable as possible. So for example, let's say I have a couple of items here. Let's get some in the inventory. And I decide to sell some of them. I just want to be able to place the item here. And instead of the shop opening, I just sell it for money and then it gives me money. So for example that, or I open the shop and I put the sword here. It sells the item there. But then again, I think I'd rather just have a big shop menu. But I don't know, maybe not. Okay, maybe I'll just limit the shop to 4 slots then. 4 slots. I need to think about that. But I think 4 is good. Yeah, so I think we're getting somewhere. That's good. We just gotta, you know, lock it in a little bit and playtest a bit. And also, you know, polish. But I think we are on a good trajectory here. Let's see, 318 plus 16 is 24, 20, and then plus 1034. For easy access, just add some keybind for accessing the inventory in the shop. This. Okay, wait, that's 35 or 6. I don't know, is that too much? I don't like how it indents into the map. Really don't like it. I really don't like it. Or I just make it in-game UI that's transparent and then it shows 4 items here and I can reroll it. Nah, I think that's bad too. I don't like it. This is, in my opinion, this is too thick. This is good enough. Anything more than that feels like Path of Exile. I don't like that it's so close to the map, the UI, even though it is right next to each other here. How about you show the shop on a different display? Like a window kill with the different windows? True. Actually, that reminds me, window kill. What's the game? Damn. Yeah, that was a good game. And it actually turned out to be a good game. You guys remember the streams? Holy. Good stuff. That's amazing. So basically this guy made somewhat of a Vampire Survivors clone type of game. Bullet hell. I'm more like a bullet hell, but with different windows. And we tried to do that too. In C++ though. This game is made in Godot. Damn, that looks good. Holy, that's like a really cool page too. 600 reviews on this. Yeah, when I played this game, this is what it looks like here, by the way. Damn, that looks good. He improved it so much. Holy. When we looked at the game for the first time, guys, it wasn't even out on Steam. It didn't even have a Steam page. It was a Game Jam game. That's crazy. Really good stuff. And the game, how did it go for the game here? Oh, nice. So it basically had a couple of bumps. And then these are probably either updates or the price going down, right? Very cool. Yeah, it's a really good game. And it's actually really difficult to make the windows behave like that. Basically, the way this works is that the windows constantly shrink. At least the big one. And the more you shoot the window borders, the more it expands. And so you need to have a lot of bullets to expand the border at the same time as Yeah, like the window gets really small, then you lose. 91% positive feedback is amazing. Yeah, it's a really good game. The concept is very good as well. Is there something that Godot does better than C++? Oh, I'm pretty sure there's many things. It gets you started really quickly. Much faster than C++ could, for example. Okay, yeah, so, well, guys, I don't know about the shop. I need to think on that. Maybe I keep it, maybe not, but that's the idea. And then we'll see. You can't compare game engine in the program. Yeah, you can't really. Go right instead of up with the shop? Nah, I think that looks bad. I think the shop needs to be a big decision maker, and I want to have more controls. So, for example, banishing items like in Gnomes was cool. And then you have some sort of, you can have a currency that allows you to banish items that you can drop, or you can banish items with gold. You can reroll the shop with gold. And I think it's better if I have like a big menu where I show the items rather than have a small little menu where I try to clamp everything there. And then I can still sell the items by clicking on the shop. So I'm probably going to build a big UI for this. I tried out the small UI, I didn't like it. So we're gonna do a big UI. And then the shop will reroll every round. And it will only give us 4 items. And then with meta progression, we can get a 5th item. That's the idea. And then obviously meta progression will affect the shop, and meta progression can then also affect the item drops. Yeah, like, so we do have 2 things then. 3 things already. We have the shop as meta progression, and then we have the map, or basically the inventory and drops. Drop more items. Luck or something. Choose 1 more item. Choices. From chest. Drop rarer items. That's basically the same as here. And then, what else? I don't know yet. What you could do with items. Oh yeah, more item slots. More item slots. Inventory. And then the last one is gonna be some OP item, maybe a starting item. Or the starting item could be here. And then how to choose that? We'll have to decide. Maybe a free item in the shop. Or a free item in the shop, but that could be here. Free item in the shop is also cool. Oops. So yeah, we now have 3 different types of meta progression that are completely disconnected from the tangerines, because I want to put all of the power of the tangerines into their skill trees and not have that be meta progression. Reroll goes up every roll in Mega Loot. Yeah, I think I will reroll the shop every round and make the rounds longer, and then you can choose to reroll yourself. Or you can choose to reroll 1 item. Or no, reroll all of the items and then banish 1 item, yeah. Lock in items, you could also lock in items, but why would you? Oh, you can lock in items so that you can purchase them later, but you can't afford them yet. Yeah. That's a good idea too. But that should be a default. That should be default, right? Stuff like that. You can lock items in Mega Loot, yeah. Yeah, like the WoW can open a billboard with a few slots above the roof. I think few slots above the roof is too small. This is too small already. I'll show you what I mean. I'm thinking about a UI element like this. think that's better. Where is it? Like this. Like a complete element. Basically an entire screen. And why? Because I need to be able to buy the item. I need to be able to banish it from not reappearing. I need to be able to reroll. And I need to be able to see what the item does. And I don't think I can put all of that into a tiny space here. I don't think that's possible. I already feel clamped here. It needs to be... Yeah, if I want to have all of these options, then that needs to be communicated well. Yeah, it will be necessary to stop the game with that, I know. Yeah. Then you will have to pause, yeah. Serious question, I'm not trolling. Are you sure that more stuff equals better game? How is it making a game fun? What is the thought process here? I can answer in short. Basically, tower defense game is all about upgrades. The weapons are part of the upgrades. I get free weapons by defeating enemies. And I'm actually getting distracted by Zakaza. I knew that he was going to say that. I'm going to ban you, bro. That wasn't a toxic question. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Because you just interrupted my thought process, bro. Stop it. Items being drops only is a lot of RNG because the player cannot really control what type of item drops rather than... Okay, so the goblin drops a sword, they know that, but maybe they want a different item. And so giving the player an option to get a different item adds to the gameplay experience because now the player has more options. In every situation, when you have multiple options to do, that is more fun. And so the shop is just an additional option, but the shop will cost money, which creates an incentive to farm money. Right now, the only place to spend money is on placing towers and on upgrading their abilities or adding abilities to a tower. That is not enough upgrade potential that the player can directly control, and upgrades feel very rewarding in tower defense games if they are made very well. So purchasing items in the shop is another way of adding in... I get it. Yeah, so that's the reason why.
Collector's alt account just joined.
Glad to be back to my favorite Vulkan and Godot stream. Please keep
so the game
your
is hard to start, easy to master?
5 line.
No, I don't know why you make that assumption. Anyways, so I will probably build such a screen later. Yo, Mr. Koenig, we hope you're doing good, bro. Doing good, doing good. We have added in a shop to the game today. And now we are just trying to... I'm just, how do you say that? I'm bouncing off ideas. And I think I'm good on that now, though. So we'll do that later. Let me see here. Hightail got cancelled, lol. Let's see. I don't have time for that, unfortunately. I wanted to watch one of your reaction videos, guys, but I don't think I'll have time because my dad is coming over. Like, how much is this? How long? Like, Superku had a strong opinion on that too. 11 minutes. Might not be able to do it today. I guess I'll not do a reaction today. I'll do it next time. I want to know, how are the hardest difficulty settings tested? Isn't it difficult? There are no difficulty settings in my game. Okay, guys. Just have the inventory pop up on top of the shop. I thought about that too, but I can't put all of this stuff here. All of this. It is a little too much to display. So I will most likely do an entire window on that. Like here. I think that's easier. The automation is stuttery, yeah, because I clamp it to integer. Maxime, a German streamer, is really into tower defense games at the moment and uploading a lot of Let's Plays, the best 7TD videos lately. Maybe something of interest to you? Yeah, I want to do that and I need to get into this, but my game is not yet ready. Like, if I were to give someone my game to play right now, they would be done in 2 minutes. Now, guys, I think I'm good for today. I will send you guys over to Togglebit, I think. I need a small break. I'm still exhausted a little bit. I need to think about the system we made, implement it till tomorrow so that we can work on the upgrades and finally build a cohesive game out of it that fits together. So I'm gonna send you over to Togglebit. I hope you enjoyed today. Hope you had fun. I really appreciate you guys joining. Thank you very much for the support. I really mean it. And I will try to implement this till tomorrow, like the UI, stuff like that. And then tomorrow we make more progress. Yeah, and I'll change this menu here too, because it's too big. I'll change that as well. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a good day. Very fun to be banned 2 times today. I'll ban you one more time. 1 minute. See you tomorrow, you guys. Okay, have a great day. I appreciate the support. Peace. Bye-bye. 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 On YouTube as well. Thank you guys for joining and see you tomorrow.